Glad they brought that out in that movie. But I'm going to tell you, Spike must have got that from us about Revelation. About Revelation about Christ, because I ain't never heard the Boozum bring that out. And I used to be around Malcolm when he used to speak. And not so long ago, the second in command under Farrakhan came over to us and asked us at our school, where's the part in the Bible that speaks about Christ and his color? And then after that, he came on a TV program and he showed that same scriptures that we gave him in Revelation, the first chapter, the 14th to the 15th verse. And then he threw the picture on the floor, if any of you saw that. And then he jumped off the stage and jumped on it, like that. And ain't nobody do that but us. So Spike was out here in the street a few times listening. Because when you go in that movie and see that picture, they talk about the Hebrews being black. And they tell you about in the scriptures of Revelation 1:14 to 15. His hair was like sheep wool. Skin dark as if he was burnt in an oven. That's right. Okay? So the truth is, I think the Most High, the truth is coming out. And Blair Underwood, this brother really amazed me. Even though I know he ain't gonna bring out the full truth about Christ in there because he don't know the Bible like we do. But I'll give the brother credit that he's making a picture about Christ, Blair Underwood. A half an hour, it's going to be on HBO. I don't know exactly when it's coming out yet because they haven't said yet. But they showed some of the previews. And he got Jesus Christ, Mary, and the disciples as black people. The only white people he got in the movie is the Romans. And that's how it's supposed to be. And Blair Underwood himself is playing Christ. And he went to some of the black big shots up there. I guess he went to that phony that had a program on TV. What's his name? No, not Senio Hall. Bill Cosby. And asked him to help him. He didn't give no names. But he said he went to a lot of blacks that's up in the business and asked them to help him because he wanted to make that movie about Christ into a major motion picture. Because he said, growing up, he always heard that Christ was a black man. Then when he got into the movie high up there, he went on trips over to Europe, and he said he saw paintings of Christ, black, in Europe. So now he say, I'm able to try to make this movie about Christ. And I'm going to make it about Christ because Christ is a black man. So when he went to the blacks that's up there in the world to help him out, they wouldn't help him. So he had to use his own money. So he was only able to make a half an hour. But he said after it showed on TV and after it go to the Cannes Festival, he want to raise enough money. He said he going to do it. And he going to make it into a major motion picture about Christ and the disciples being black. That's beautiful. That's how those brothers supposed to be thinking. That's how Spike Lee and Eddie Murphy, all of them supposed to be thinking that way. They need to be kicked in their ass coming out with all this garbage, all this simple ass, stupid ass garbage when they should be coming out with history on our foreparents, on the Bible, and so on.
Okay, that's it already?
Yeah, you read it? Yeah.
Read it again?
Yeah.
And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
That's America, where also our Lord was crucified. So they give you a false image of Christ, a so-called white man. So that's talking about America. So that's where we're at now. It's time for you to wake up now. Give me Ezekiel 9:4. Because you're getting ready, this axe is getting ready to fall on your head.
And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city.
The city is America, Babylon the Great.
Through the midst of Jerusalem.
And it's talking to the teachers of this Bible, the Israelites. Supposed to go through the midst of Jerusalem, which is you, which represent you so-called Negro. You're Jerusalem. You're the people of the Most High. You're the city of the Most High. That's what Jerusalem means. City of peace.
And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men.
And we're to set a mark upon your foreheads. not write an X on your forehead or stamp a mark on your forehead. In your forehead is your brains. That's why I'm saying it. And the mark we'd have set on your forehead is the Bible.
On the men that sigh and that cry.
On the forehead of the men that sigh and that cry. You got to be sighing and crying against all these conditions out here. You got to be sighing and crying against the conditions that the Most High in the Bible is talking about. Let me name some of them conditions. You have to be sighing and crying against Muslims, because we ain't no Muslims. The Arabs was the ones that were selling us to the so-called white man. How you Negroes gonna be so damn stupid? Farrakhan and all the rest of that garbage gonna be done away with. And the ones that don't turn that garbage loose, that Islamic madness and Muslim madness, they're gonna be put to death. Ansarwak community madness, they're gonna be put to death. African madness, they're gonna be put to death. You're gonna be an Israelite or you're gonna die. Simple.
That sign that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
That's be sighing and crying for all the abomination, because that's an abomination. That's an abomination to the Most High for you to run around talking about you're Arab when the Most High hate Arabs. For you to call yourself African when the Most High hate Africans. That's an abomination to him. So being a faggot ain't the only abomination. Being a Muslim, being an African, that's an abomination. Being an Afro-American, that's an abomination.
And to the others he said in my hearing,
and to the others, the ones that don't want to come back to the Most High, don't want to come back to the program, he said in my hearing, meaning that the Most High want to hear something. What he want to hear is ah, ah, ooh, ah. He want to hear you screaming when you're getting cut, when you're getting killed, when you're getting blown away. He want to hear you screaming because you refuse to return back unto. That's why I say, and to the others in my hearing, the Most High says, he want to hear you screaming.
Go ye after him through the city and smite.
Smite mean kill.
Let not your eyes spare.
There ain't gonna be no mercy.
Neither have ye pity.
There ain't gonna be no pity. And 911, you ain't gonna be able to call that because the police gonna be getting blown away. The Air Force and the Army, all this man's system gonna be murder. Murder in all the system. They're gonna be murder between blacks and whites in the Navy and the Army. The Most High gonna create that spirit and all this setup. Black policemen gonna be killing white policemen, like white policemen shooting at black policemen now. Because they say, oh, he's just another nigga, like they shot that one 21 times. And these niggas, it's amazed me that they don't wake up and find out where they at. The black police union should be up in arms over that. Should be up in arms. I don't hear them saying a damn thing. I should hear them all over the news. They should be raising hell like the so-called Jews. What's wrong with you niggas? Now I'm taking it to all levels. The so-called black man in America should be raising hell all over America. This so-called Jew is raising hell because that so-called Jew, because you're the real Jews, you so-called Negroes, got his ass put to death, and they all supposed to be put to death. All you so-called Jews supposed to be put to death. You bastards crying because this cracker got put to death over there, the so-called Jew. All you so-called Jews supposed to be put to death for using our name, for running around talking about you Jews, for disgracing the heritage of our foreparents. And your ass gonna be put to death too. All you so-called white people running around talking about you Jews, we're gonna hunt your ass down and put your ass to death viciously for misusing our name of our fathers. Because we're the Jews. And Mayor Dinkins shouldn't be taking all that bullshit from you out. He should be telling your ass off. But instead he kissing you so-called Jews ass because he's an Uncle Tom nigga. So Uncle Tom niggas like Dinkins is gonna die when that time comes.
Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children.
Slay utterly old and young. That means the Most High, if you ain't with this program, you're gonna die whether you're old or whether you're young.
Both maids and little children.
both maids, that mean the virgin daughter's gonna die of you so-called Negroes.